Hey everybody, David Essel here in these crazy times. Are you a meditator? Have you ever tried meditation or relaxation on a regular basis? I'm going to read from our brand new book. We have a brand new book that just came out. It's called Helping Americans Heal, the ultimate guide to healing during these challenging times. Matter of fact, I'm going to hold this up right here. This is available at Amazon.com right now, either a Kindle version or soft cover. And I'll tell you at the end how if you buy one of our books, you'll get a $480 program absolutely free. Well, let me get into this. Are you a meditator? Have you meditated? Do you love it? Does it work? During this time in the pandemic, we believe that more and more people need to get into relaxation exercises, meditation exercises, and I'm going to tell you a story. I was not a fan of meditation in the beginning. But now with COVID, the pandemic, and all the craziness going on, we see that it's one of the most important things for mental health. As a matter of fact, in the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis just said he's going to allocate $12 million to help with mental health with first responders and active military and veterans. We work with first responders, active military and veterans, and one of the things we teach them all is the power of meditation. Let's jump right into it, okay? Meditation, that's not for me. I was introduced to meditation in 1974, 1978, 1982, and every time all I said was, that's not for me. Wow, was I wrong? I thought the best way at that time to decrease stress was exercise. And while exercise is a great way to decrease stress, nothing, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, can come close to the power of meditation. It not only diminishes the stress response, but also adds a variety of benefits, which I'll talk about in this writing. I finally began meditating in 1986 by following an audio cassette because I wanted to get comfortable trying to quiet my mind. See, this is what we need right now. Minds need to be quieted. There's so much anger, depression, anxiety, and meditation can help with all of that. As an extremely hard-driving type A personality, this was not the easiest thing to do for me to relax. After a year of following an audio cassette on meditation, that was 365 days in a row, I signed up to do the Transcendental Meditation Intensive Weekend Workshop, and it radically changed my life. First, I learned that I could meditate without the assistance of the outside world, no matter where I was. On a plane, not a problem. I could get into a meditative state in about 5 minutes. When I get to the braces, oh my gosh, I've got to tell you this story about braces. The dentist at the time told me that I would have to have this large contraption making a mold of my teeth and my mouth for an extended period of time. He said, you'll probably start gagging, but you've got to hang in there for several minutes in order for me to get the best mold for your braces. Of course, he didn't know that I meditated, and the second he left the room, I went into a deep transcendental state that lasted over 7 minutes, even with the contraption in my mouth. When he walked back in, he couldn't believe that I was in this blissed out state. He asked me what the secret was to my ability to sit there for that long without gagging. This would be the first of many experiences that I had where I was able to share with others the power of meditation. If I did not become a meditator, there's no way I could have sat in his chair with that contraption in my mouth for as long as I did. When I decided to get sober, which was not an easy task for me to carry out, I actually increased my meditation work. By putting more time into meditation, I found I could quiet my mind quite easily. I also found that I didn't need to reach for that drink, a blessing beyond compare. A variety of studies have shown that through meditation we can decrease high blood pressure, anxiety, addiction, depression, powerful end results for a simple program to follow every day. You can actually grab our meditation relaxation audio for free. Just go to YouTube, Google David Essel Meditation, and you'll find our 44-minute relaxation meditation audio absolutely free right there. A number of years ago, we also used our meditation program with one of my clients who had Parkinson's disease, which put her into a deeply depressed state. For 6 months prior to meeting, she had become isolated in her own home, embarrassed to go out in public, embarrassed also to go on cruises because of her shaking hands. But within 1 month of doing our program 7 days a week, everything changed. her shaking declined dramatically. Her confidence and self-esteem grew so much that she was completely fine going out in public, even with the small amount of shaking still occurring in her hands. We've also used our meditation program for weight loss clients, recovery clients, also clients that are recovering from some form of trauma or PTSD. And right now, everyone in our country is struggling with trauma and PTSD. We remind clients every day that even 5 minutes of meditation is a perfect place to begin. And there's no such thing as a bad meditation period. If your mind races, let it. If thoughts about dinner come into your brain while you're meditating, that's okay. Simply observe them and then go back to the meditation process. Healing our mind, body, and spirit will take a variety of practices, of which meditation should be a priority. You know, during this pandemic that we're going through, I want to implore you to put more time into your mental health, journaling, gratitude, meditation, exercise, cognitive regulation, mental conditioning to deal with the stress that we're all going through. It's going to take a lot of different practices. It's going to take tools. And that's why I'm so excited to be here giving this information away. What I just read is out of our brand new book, Helping Americans Heal. That article that we just read is out of this book, Helping Americans Heal, which is at Amazon.com. Now, here's some fun news. If you buy a copy of this book, Kindle version or a softcover, that's like $5 or $14.99, whichever one you want, simply send us a receipt of your purchase of the book to talkdavid@aol.com. Just go ahead or go to talkdavid.com and send us a note through your Contact Us button. We will enroll you in our brand new program, Helping Americans Heal. For 12 months, it's a $480 value, absolutely free. Every week, you'll be getting books in your email. You'll be getting articles that I write. You'll be getting interviews that we do as a way to help you level up to the insanity we're all going through and make the most out of the rest of our existence. Who knows how long the pandemic is going to last? From our teaching, it doesn't matter right now because we know this. We have to help more Americans get the mental health, addiction recovery, and relationship support necessary. The reason I wrote the book and did the program was because during the pandemic, we've had so many people that could not afford counseling fees. We understand the financial crunch. We understood the financial pressure. So we said, let's make a difference. The biggest difference we've ever made in my 42 years as a counselor. Let's write a book. Let's make it affordable. And we have. Helping Americans Heal, the ultimate guide to healing during these challenging times. Right at Amazon. Then we said, let's make it bigger, broader, better. So we created the program, Helping Americans Heal, at $9.98 a week. If you want to join the program, that's all that counts. Remember, if you buy a book, the program's free. Helping Americans Heal, the program. Every week, you'll be getting so many tools and information. You'll start off getting our book, Positive Thinking, a #1 bestseller, free. You'll get our meditation audio, free. You'll get a sleep audio, free. Our recovery addiction magazine subscription, free. I mean, we are pulling out the stops to make sure that you and every American in our country has every tool necessary to move through this pandemic with less stress and more grace. I'm in your corner. I'm David Essel. Everything is at talkdavid.com. I will look forward to working with you, helping you, talking to you soon. Have a beautiful day.